Hey, it's Kaylee. Now that we know how to solve one-step equations and work with inequalities, it's time to combine our knowledge. So here we have an inequality, and our directions are to solve for the variable and then graph the solution. Do you remember how to graph solutions to inequalities? Yeah, that's right. We have to use a number line. But before we can graph it, we have to solve for our variable. What's our variable here? This y. So what do we need to do first? Yeah, we have to get our variable all by itself. And we can do that by getting rid of or undoing our plus 3. And how do we undo plus 3? That's right, we just subtract it. So we just treat this inequality like it's an equation. So if I subtract 3 from this side of my equation, what do I have to do to the other side? Also subtract. Rules still apply for inequalities. If I subtract from one side of my inequality, I have to do the same thing to my other side. So minus 3. Now, what am I left with? Y is, we bring this inequality down, less than or equal to 2 minus 3. That gives us negative 1. So now let's go ahead and plot or graph this solution. We do that by getting out our number line. So I'll draw my line here, and it goes to infinity in either direction. We'll call 0, 1, 2, 3, and over here I'd have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So what do I do here? I need to draw a circle where my plot will start, and it starts at my inequality right here at negative 1. So I'm going to draw a circle here, and do I fill that circle in? Yes. Why do I fill in my circle? Because negative 1 is included in my solution set by this or equal to. Now, what direction do I plot my solution? Well, y is less than or equal to negative 1. So I have to include all of the numbers that are less than negative 1. So it's going to go this way. Perfect. You did it. Okay, let's do one more together. I think you're picking this up really quick. Again, we need to solve for our variable and then graph our solutions. And this time, our inequality says negative 7 plus m is greater than or equal to negative 3. So we need to solve for this variable, our m here. How do we do that? Yeah, we have to get rid of this negative 7 plus. How do we undo negative 7 plus? Well, this negative 7 is kind of like subtraction. So if we add 7 to this side, that will cancel out our negative 7. But if we add over here, what do we do to the other side of our inequality? The same thing. So we also will add 7 over here. This will leave us with m is greater than or equal to negative 3 plus 7. That gives us positive 4. Nice. So let's go ahead and plot that solution. So we'll get out our number line here. Goes in either directions. We'll call 0 here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And over here we have negative 1 and negative 2. But we know that our number line goes to infinity in either direction. Nice. So let's go ahead and plot this solution. It says m is greater than or equal to 4. So that means we're going to draw that circle at 4. Do we fill it in? Yes. Why do we fill it in again? Because 4 is included in our solution set. Now, what direction does our arrow point? Well, m is greater than 4, so that means we include all of the numbers that are greater than 4 or equal to by this filled in circle. Nice. So another thing that we can do to make sure that our answer is right is we can test some solutions. We can test some solutions by picking numbers in our solution set and then plugging those numbers back into our original inequality. So a number here that's in our solution set would be this 6, right? 6 is greater than or equal to 4. So let's plug that in. Let's say, what if m is equal to 6? We'd have negative 7. I plug in 6 here is greater than or equal to negative 3. And now I just go ahead and I solve. Negative 7 plus 6, that's equal to negative 1. Is negative 1 greater than or equal to negative 3? Yeah, negative 1 is greater than negative 3. So that checks out, and that helps prove that my solution set is correct. It's always handy to test some solutions to make sure we got our answer right. Now you can solve one-step inequalities with addition and subtraction. Go ahead and practice on your own, have fun, and remember to always be clever.
Hey!